Hi guys, today I have a Kickstop Lee Williams Iceman, and it's a one-off. Um, so let's get started. This knife, though it may look very simple, is very complicated in many ways, and which is why I love it a lot. The first is the Kickstop tab. This is Lee's signature patent pending mechanism. So when you flip the knife, the flipper tab disappears, but it actually acts as the blade stop right here when the blade comes up to stop um, it from moving further. And same thing as when you close the knife, the same tab acts as the stop pin as well, so it locks in right in there. Um, that is a very unique design and very beautiful for the knife. The blade has a little bit of a recurve, has a very nice hand rub satin with a satin frame, light blue anodized holes inside as well. One of the cool things about Lee's pocket clip is that I think it's ceramic blasted, so it won't scratch. I have walked up against a door before, but it is perfectly fine, and it works very well. Very nice tension, and some people think it's a bit, well, it's very big compared to other clips, but when you look at it, the knife itself, it's extremely thin, so it weighs in at around 3.5 ounces. So this actually provides you a place to grip the knife, and it feels very good in the hand. If you don't have such a nice big pocket clip, I think it will be too slim for my hand, but this is just perfect. I don't mind the large pocket clip um, because it's coated black and it's already, like, it hides quite well. It's not too show offy, but it goes in and out of any type of pocket very well. Um, Another thing that is Lee's signature is his lock bar cutout, and then he did these very cool grooves and anodized blue inside. Um, and a lot of makers use it now, but I believe it originally came from Lee. One of the other things that you won't see in any other knife, or at least not anyone that if it's a collaboration, then it'll have the same thing, a collaboration kickstop. If you can see the lock um, face um, is 90 degrees with the pivot. If you look at other knives, it's generally down lower here, but Lee does it right in the middle, and this allows the lock to be very strong because it's at a 90-degree angle, and I thought that was very cool. Um, as you can see, the action is perfect. Lee's actions are just some of the best knives I've ever experienced. The detent is medium to hard. The knife is extremely smooth. It's also free falling, but it's just so smooth. I love this knife, and even though it looks, quite to be quite thin, I have never actually had to take it apart before. It is just, it functions perfectly all the time, every time. It's always remained centered, and the lock bar doesn't have any, there's no movement side to side, top, bottom. Um, the lock bar doesn't move, it's just, aligned perfectly. Some of the knives that I do play with a lot, the bar does move in, and it does change the angle of how, like, the blade hits the lock bar, and it messes up the action right away. But this is one of the knives where it just stays the same. And one of the reasons is that Lee has a straight lock bar cutout if you look. Other knives are more angled. The lock bar is more angled. The blade itself is also more angled. But this one is this straight. This is like a straight lock, so it just locks right in there. I don't know how many makers does this, but I think that this is quite unique. One of Lee's is not inventions necessarily, but it is what he uses. Well, this knife is, I think I carry this knife the most. To me, it has a personal connection. It just functions very well. It's beautiful. It's simple yet very complex when you look at it. The thought, the engineering that went into producing this knife, the perfection of the blade itself. You know, anyone can open this knife. You know, you just put a finger, you can, you know, fat finger it, it'll go out very nice and hard. You know, I don't know how to unflip it. You can do anything. This thing is just perfect. You know, nice and slim, goes in the pocket very well. The blade stock of these knives is thinner than many, and it slices very well, obviously. Yeah, Lee himself personally is a very cool guy. I like him as a maker. I like him as a person, and yeah, you can't really go wrong with any of his knives, and especially his solo pieces. I noticed that they're even better than the collaborations ones, action-wise and all of that stuff. They're just impeccable. And Lee has been gaining popularity recently, and I congratulate him on that, and I hope he continues his success. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.